Israel is the envy of much of the world when it comes to its vaccination campaign. More than half of all Israeli citizens have received at least one dose. The country has now rolled out a vaccine certificate system, which allows those who have received both shots to go to gyms, restaurants, and cultural events. But is it an idea that could catch on in Canada? Redmond Shannon takes a look at the benefits and challenges.
Remember live music? It's no longer a fond memory in Israel, partly down to its super high-speed COVID-19 vaccine rollout.
This is great because it's been a long time that we didn't go out of the house.
No one is more pumped than Benjamin Netanyahu. As the Israeli Prime Minister campaigns for yet another election, he shows off the Green Badge app. It will allow anyone who's had 2 vaccine doses or who has recovered from the virus to go to non-essential venues like gyms and cultural events, and possibly in the future to travel internationally. There is a precedent. Some countries require a yellow fever vaccine certificate for entry. A similar system is possible for COVID travel, according to the bioethicist Françoise Baylis.
We will have vaccine certificates. It would be irresponsible of public health not to generate vaccine certificates. The critical thing is, what are they used for?
And how can the health data be securely managed?
Obviously, the downside of this is privacy and patient confidentiality and so forth. And I think we're going to see this tension play out. I think people, may be more open to this type of intrusion than they have in the past because of the impact of the pandemic.
Other issues include the differing efficacies of vaccines and how exactly COVID-19 immunity is defined.
We're still missing information about transmissibility. We now have these new variants, and it's turning out that certain vaccines are not as effective or are probably ineffective against certain variants.
Quebec is considering vaccine passports, and Prime Minister Justin Trudeau won't rule out supporting them across Canada.
We'll continue to pay close attention to the recommendations that our experts make in terms of measures like that.
There are concerns the certificates could lead to a 2-tiered society where businesses could turn away the non-vaccinated.
Why should we assume that the private sector should be in control of any of this? And I think that that's actually right now a very serious discussion and debate around the world.
Baylis says in the race to return to some semblance of normalcy, we need to remember whose rights might get left behind. Redmond Shannon, Global News, London.